Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Emily Pearl Show live from Memphis, Tennessee, where we talk about anything we want to talk about. All right, bringing in the co-hosts because we're not going to be here long tonight. We're just making our presence known. So here we go with the co-hosts of the Moses, Sybil Marie Presley. Hey, Sybil, how's it going?
Well, hey there. I'm excited to have another Friday night with the world famous Emily Pro show. And so we have a little appetizer tonight instead of, getting out of here short and sweet. I know everybody's looking forward to the many activities going on uh, for the celebration of Labor Day.
All right. Well, we ain't going anywhere without the heartbeat of the South. There he is. Hey, Tim Harrington.
Oh,
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Oh, we doing good. How about
Great,
yourself?
great.
always happy to see you.
All right.
Likewise.
All right then. So Will, as Sybil said, y'all, we're just making a presence now because we know that this city is busy tonight. Listen, we got the Friday night football going on. We got 901 week a week something weekend going on
Some kind of
downtown.
alley. They call it
We
alley.
got um of course people doing their own thing. But then there's also the Mid South,
Fair.
the Delta Fair, yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Oh,
going
yeah.
on at
Mhm.
the Agri Center. So we know it's not gonna be hardly any of you on Facebook, but y'all can catch the show next week. Come back, watch the replay because we're just gonna cover a couple of things and then we're out of here. Cause we got things to do too. All right, Tim. So what you been up to? What you want to talk about tonight?
Oh, I really haven't been up to anything. Just kind of maxing, relaxing. Had to take care of a couple of things, but nothing too major. So it's been smooth sailing thus far.
Oh, that's right. Well,
Yeah,
I've been working hard, I'll tell you, all
yeah.
week long. But yeah, it's been rewarding. And I just been trying to get myself positioned. Hey there, Sandra. Glad you joined in. You found some time for us on this holiday weekend. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Let's give Sandra a round of applause.
Um,
Thank you, Sandra. Yes. All right. So we're not gonna hold you long either, Sandra. We're gonna only stay in here about 20 minutes, but because we go ahead and get back to us relaxing.
hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Sybil, what you been up to? I know you got big plans for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. My friend and pastor, Eric Patton, is putting on a play. It's a rebellious son and a praying mother. And I have a little small part in there. I'm dressed up like a church lady and do my thing. So it's going to be at the Performing Arts Center at Memphis State. Two shows, 1 o'clock and then a 7 p.m. performance. So hopefully it's a real good play, and he's thinking about just turning it into a movie, which I think would be a great idea. So we're gonna have fun tomorrow and have lunch in between shows and just hang out and fellowship with everybody and have a wonderful time. So that's pretty much wraps up what I'm doing for the time being.
All right. Well, I wish I could have supported you guys. However, because it's going to be at the University of Memphis, you didn't tell people where it's going to be and tell them how they could come or how much it costs. So if you want people to come out, I think you need to share that information.
Well, they can call me at 901-643 1982 and I'll hook them up.
Well, why can't they just come by there and go?
Well, they can get their ticket at the door. The tickets are $20 and it's well worth it because besides the play, Eric's going to perform some magical tricks. We're going to have, poets and comedians and it's more than just a place. So it starts at 1 o'clock, and you can get your tickets at the door. It's the it's a hard name. It's SCHEIDT. I'm scared of pronouncing that thing wrong, boy. It
Well,
could come.
some promoter you are. You supposed to be promoting the thing that you in, and you don't even know what the name of it is.
Yeah, it's
Okay, let me just tell them. Hey guys,
Performing Arts
oh,
Center.
okay, you had your chance. Everybody, if you want to go and see the play, is going to be at the University of Memphis Theater. It's $20. She said you get tickets at the door. Cause Sybil has to realize everybody don't want to call her. They might just want to drop by and see the
Oh,
play.
drop by, but actually, it's called a Performing Arts Center.
It's the theater. It's the
Oh,
same thing. Because I'm a graduate of the United, and they call it that, but it's still the
okay.
theater. The building is the theater, y'all, at the University of Memphis over there at the corner of Walker and um, oh gosh, whether that's not it's Walker. Right? It's on the front side. It's on the Walker Street side of the
Okay,
university.
Walker side. That's good. I got something else I got to say though. Everyone that gets a ticket gets a free 3 day vacation. It
Everyone that
comes with
gets a ticket gets a free vacation.
a 3 day vacation. That is correct.
To where?
Anywhere that several places they want to go, they just have to. Basically, it's a free hotel room. They have to get there. It could
Mhm.
be, I don't know, Jamaica, New York, and uh, when they get the ticket, the information will be given to them in a flyer, so they can pick and choose.
Mhm. So it's not anywhere they want to go. It's just some designated places that they
That's
have.
that is correct. But that's
Okay.
a nice
Because
little
when
gift.
we explain things, we want it to be transparent, accurate, and true. Because we don't want folks saying, "Well, if the pearl sir said I can go anywhere I want to go,"
No,
you know how people are. So
it's
we do not want to get Eric in any trouble
nope.
uh, by overstating. So Sybil says that everybody gets a ticket. I thought it was a drawing for
No, everyone
vacation.
gets it.
All right. So she says that everybody gets a 3-day vacation to
Mhm.
the designated places that they have
That's
listed.
correct.
All right. Good job. All right, Sybil. Thank you so
What
much.
would I do without you, the great Pearl?
Yeah, well, we have to keep things transparent on the show because I'm going to protect this show.
Why, certainly,
We're not going to let guests, we're not going to let guests, co hosts, anybody say anything overstating because who they going to come back looking for? Me. So we're going to make sure that
well,
we get
thank
it
you,
right.
Miss Pearl of Wisdom.
That's right. I try to keep it real. That's right. On the up and up. All right then. So, Tim, what you watching? I tell y'all, I've been stuck in space for about a month. I
I'm just on different movies right now, so I'm trying to check and see what's new, what's came out, and whatnot. A lot of times when there's a holiday weekend, some of the streaming channels will put some new things out simply because it's a holiday 3 day weekend or what have you.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm just kind of checking around right now.
Okay. Well, I've
That's
been stuck in space about a month. I've watched
Yeah.
all of the Star Trek series. Now already watched Stargate one series, but now I'm on SG1, which is another series from the Stargate series, original
Mhm.
Stargate series, and it has 10 seasons. And
wow.
I'm telling you, and these are the old series, space series. But I thought that I had seen each episode before, when it first came out all those years
Yeah.
ago. But
Yeah.
I'm finding out that I must have fell asleep on some, or I skipped some weeks.
Well, you do fall asleep at movies.
I do know that.
Mhm.
And I'm falling asleep on these too because TV ends up watching me half the night. But anyway, so I'll probably be in space for another 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I'm only on season 3. and it's got
Mhm.
10 seasons. But
Yeah.
okay, so let's talk some local stuff. Yesterday, me and Tim had a downtown adventure. I had to go take care of some business downtown, so Tim decided that he wanted some Gus's chicken.
Mm.
Oh, Sandra say she on break. Okay, Sandra, but thanks for dropping by saying hi. So we went there, and I asked Tim, I said, Tim, do they have any mild chicken?
Mm.
And he said, I'm pretty sure they do, Mom, because, a lot of senior citizens can't eat spicy chicken. Well, see, the reason why I asked that is because Sybil, you remember that all those years ago, it had to be like 2015 or 16, we went
Ah,
there a couple of times, and it was spicy and hot, and, too spicy for us, remember?
yeah,
Yeah.
mine wasn't too bad, but I don't like any kind of spice.
No, I don't either, spicy food.
I
So
want to taste the chicken.
So when we got in there, I asked her, was it spicy? And she says, no, it's medium heat. Okay, look. So they found a way to disguise the word spicy symbol. That's what I want you to know.
Medium.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as medium heat. It's
I was dissatisfied with what they made. I didn't like it. Okay, here.
That's what I was going to ask you. How did it taste?
Well, it was a little overcooked as well as a little too spicy.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I remember it being overcooked too.
uh-huh.
I didn't like that it was
I don't
overcooked to
care.
the
I
point
don't care about Gus. Nope.
Yeah.
it was to the point that it almost tasted burnt
Yeah.
when we ate it. I didn't like
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I don't
And
know why it's so popular.
I don't either.
I don't understand it myself, Sybil. But I'm gonna tell you this: they must be putting something addicting on that chicken because the people was coming in there in droves. It was packed when we got inside, packed inside where people sit
Yeah.
down, and people going in and out. And we had to wait at least 45 minutes, which was a long
Yeah.
wait.
What
Long
did
way.
you eat? And
Uh,
Nothing. I told her I didn't want any.
yeah,
medium
you
hot.
dodged the bullet on that one.
There
Thank
is
you.
no such thing as medium hot. It's hot.
Yeah, spicy is spicy. Okay.
Spice, spicy,
So,
spicy.
uh-uh. So we tell it like a TIT is on here. If you got a good product, we're gonna say the truth about it.
Yeah.
And oh, there you go. Sandra put all the information out there about the praying mama. Thank you. She
Thank
said
you.
praying mama, a rebellious son, date August the 30th, 1 o'clock and 7 p.m. And the PM and the location is 3800 Central Avenue.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you, Sandra.
Thank you, Sandra.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's so like yeah, but you're right. That is the central side because it's at uh the Walker side is at the light. Yeah. And
Oh,
if you go on past that light over to the right hand side is where the um Performing Arts Theater is. Thank you, Sandra. I'm gonna leave
thank
that
you.
up there for a while.
I appreciate that too.
Okay, no problem. Can we gonna take a little break here and watch something? As a matter of fact, we gonna put Sybil's billboard commercial up here, and then we're gonna do my insurance commercial,
All
and
righty.
then we're gonna do famous one that I love, my Omaha steaks. All right.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was good.
So we gotta be in the green room while these are showing on the screen, y'all,
Yeah, that
and we
sounds good. I'll get
and
started.
we'll be right back. Here we go.
Methylene Blue. Methylene Blue is so good for you.
Well, I gotta tell y'all, when I get enough breath and feel good enough to catch up with all of my work, one of these mornings I wake up, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some words to my Omaha Steak music. I love this
Like
song.
that too.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a dirty old blues song though, cause those blues.
I like it. I love the blues.
Yeah, I have to figure. Like I said, I'm gonna have to have a lot of breath to get my mouth to moving that fast,
Mm,
to get my breath to last that long,
all
man.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you know what? When I do it though, it's gonna be a hit. That's
I,
gonna be one symbol that I'm
that's
gonna definitely try to put out there to sell if I can ever get enough breath um, and get my mouth to move fast enough.
it's nice and
All
perfect.
right.
So I
It's
just
really
said,
up.
so I just said you're welcome, Sybil, for getting that information, typing that information in.
Well, thank you, Sassy Sandra.
All right then. So we have been in 19 minutes. Now back to local stuff. Did y'all hear about the preacher and his wife that was over this the felons that had their own uh it was through the Shelby County the reentry for felons
Oh, yeah, I saw
organization
that. Mm-hmm.
had stole over $1 million since 2021, and he was originally uh, a felon himself, and Bill Lee pardoned him. I guess it was probably in 2000. I forgot when they said. Had to be 2000 before 221 because
Well,
this is
they got
25.
caught.
Yeah, they locked him up, and then I was like, man, what? You know,
A lot
and
of
then yeah, and not only that, the Treasury Comptroller of the state of Tennessee has called an audit for some other company that has something to do with one of the government the city or the county,
Mm.
saying that their funds are messed up, and
Uh-huh.
also uh, Senator Brent Taylor, I believe it is, he has filed a petition, not a petition, a what do they call it? up there in the House of Legislative House for an audit for the Memphis police stats on crime. He's saying that the stats don't add up with all this crime that's going on in Memphis, because
Yeah,
Memphis Police Department and and the Shelby County Mayor
yeah,
and the city mayor keep
Wow.
saying that crime is down. But every morning you hearing about one or more people being shot or killed, you know.
yeah.
And don't say nothing about the police crash cars, police crashing their own cars. They've had 345 police cars crash this year so far.
Yeah.
That's pitiful.
That's past pitiful. And how about the MTA bus company? They, their $64 million disappeared, and they don't know where that went.
Yeah, so the Treasury comptroller for the state of Tennessee, and then he's doing it under the order of the governor. They are getting ready to audit every single functioning or government and authority, which is matters of transit authority, and so they're getting ready to audit all those places.
They should.
And 5 people quit the bus company in the
Yeah.
last 5 days.
Yeah, so it's just pitiful, There and you know what? They wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't something wrong. They wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't something wrong. And that's taking money out of our pockets as taxpayers. Well, with these high
Yeah.
utility bills, utility coming to Memphis like this, water's another one they need to investigate.
Well, everybody must ask themselves a certain question. Everybody's not meant to have access to large sums of money.
I know that's right, Tim.
Temptation is sometimes too great.
Mhm.
We've seen it from all type of positions, especially from preachers. you know,
Preachers.
Trouble too.
uh,
They get in trouble too.
yeah. So everybody's not able to
Mhm.
have that type of access and be able to. Um, it's just too enticing, I guess.
Yeah, it is. And
Yes, I do.
and the church has gotten such a bad reputation from these preachers and pastors. I'm not going to say so called because they may have been called in one time, for real, right? But they have given the church such a bad image and reputation, and
Yeah,
people don't want to go anymore
nah.
because people get sick of paying their money in the church where they think that they're following the scripture, paying tithes and offering, but the preacher has living in a mansion, driving Cadillacs, got plenty of
Airplane,
money and stuff
airplane.
like that, you
Hmm.
know, and they struggling to pay their bills, but they feel like they obligated to pay tithes to a church. It just doesn't make sense,
Mm-mm.
So I myself, yeah, I've been in church for 43, for more than that years,
Hmm.
but because of the disgrace that these people have brought to the church institution, I simply do spirituality now. I'm not going into a church and pay my money. It's no tithes and offering because I'm not obligated to do that. Because one thing about it, the tithes and offering part was from the Old Testament anyway. Jesus never asked anybody for a dime,
Hmm.
and people need to understand that.
Hmm.
This, especially the Baptist church. The
Hmm.
Baptist church is built on the Old Testament tithes and offerings. Jesus walked this earth when he came down here. He never asked for anything. People just gave to him because he was the truth and the light. He was the real deal. But he never asked for an offering. In fact, he got very angry at the temple
It
when they
did.
was doing the selling and in the temple and had the
Big yard.
cattle making the sacrifices and stuff. He knocked over the change tables, as they called them, where they
Yeah,
were taking tithes and offering. He knocked that over. He was
Yeah.
upset about that. You
they
know,
just made a flea market out of it.
yeah, made a flea market out, but they were out. But the priests, the priests were ours. They also had their tables set up where they were collecting tithes and offerings. See, from the Old Testament side of it, he knocked that table over. That's why those priests got so angry with him because they was his preaching and teaching was taking the money out of their pockets. They didn't because they had their fancy robes and they gold big old crosses and stuff, and you know,
Mhm.
in good with the Romans and stuff. So Jesus wasn't for that stuff. So we are supposed to be living in the New Testament because we're definitely living in a time of revelation right now. And with all of the crime, the mothers against their children, the children against their mothers, sisters and brothers against each other, and and the weather, storm after storm, earthquakes and destruction. Just read the Revelation.
Mhm.
Everything that Revelation said was gonna happen. It's happening.
Yeah.
That's where we're living. We're living from that side of the Bible, not the Old Testament with Noah and the ark and the offering and the sacrifice and the
Mhm.
tithes and all that stuff. We're not living in that. Hey, Luther, Luther says so true. That's
Oh, hey,
right.
Luther. Hi.
But hey,
Yeah. But but we weren't taught right. We were brought up like that because we were in the we were children and we were made to go to church, and that's what they taught. That's what they preached. Our parents, that's what they learned. Our forefathers, that's what they learned. So it was passed down from generation to generation. But I'll tell you one thing: these young people are breaking the cycle, and
they are.
it is some good young people that's
Mhm.
in this world. But
Yeah.
they just do good and try to live a righteous life, and they're not bad. They don't do crime. They don't do drugs. But they also don't go to church. Okay? Did you hear what I said? These young people's generation, the good ones, now they don't go to church. Now you got good ones that do go to church, but the majority of these young folks is on
Yeah.
YouTube. There's influencers.
They don't go.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And look how successful they are because what? They are living what Jesus said for us to do. You love your neighbor. Jesus gave us our what are the beatitudes,
Mm.
beatitudes, and he said to love our neighbor and all of that. He just read that New Testament. If you read the New Testament, you can live the life that Jesus wants you to live because that's what he taught. So if you want to believe in the reason for the season, every time we celebrate it, you're celebrating. If you're celebrating Jesus Christ, then why not live from that side of the Bible, from where he taught? You know, it doesn't make sense to go back 2,000 years before him and live from the Old Testament. That's stupid to me. Be spiritual. Be spiritual within yourself. Be spiritual with your angels. Be spiritual with Christ. He'll talk to you. He'll come to you. And he takes care of you. He will
Yeah.
provide for you. Yeah. Just be spiritual. And you will see that you will begin to come up out of those old cycles, and you will begin to be lifted up, and you'll be so fully blessed that you won't know where those blessings coming from. And I know Luther know exactly what I'm talking about. Luther is a 7 day Adventist, and a lot of people strayed away from your uh, church, 7 day Adventists back in the day, because your guys actually do worship on the Sabbath day. Sunday is not the Sabbath day. But that's where we were raised up to believe. The Sabbath day means the seventh day. When is the seventh day? Seventh day is Saturday. And that's when the Seventh day Adventists have their services. That's when they worship and everything. That's why Luther said he can't be on our show with us on Friday night because he has to get ready for church on Saturday, on the
Mhm.
Sabbath. Am I right, Luther? Okay. So you guys need to just really break this old cycle of what you've been taught the way you were taught because 90% of it is wrong. And Luther said they still do. You right, Luther. They still do. You know, ignore it or stray away or don't want to go nowhere near, the 7 day event because they think y'all wrong when y'all are actually the ones that's right. The Luther say yes. Uh-huh. Okay, Luther, thank you so much. We had already told everybody we weren't gonna stay but 30 minutes tonight because we felt there wasn't gonna be too many people on Facebook tonight because they got the 901 things going on downtown. They got the Delta
Mhm.
Fair going on at the Agri Center. It's high school football night. You got parents and the kids out there. And
Mhm.
then it was another thing I said that was going on.
Fair.
I
Yeah,
said the fair.
Delta Fair. Uh-huh. You did.
There was one more thing. Oh, people just doing their own Labor Day stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Labor Day
But
stuff.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
know it was four things I said the reason why we weren't gonna have
Uh-huh.
many beers tonight. But they'll
Mhm.
come back next week after
Yeah.
they get back to work. I love when they do. That when they get on the platforms
No,
while
no,
they're at
no.
work.
Yeah.
All right, closing remarks here.
Great show, short and sweet. I like it. You love it.
That's right. Simple.
Well, I think we all had a great time, and see y'all next Friday. And September is Monday, so there we go.
Yeah.
Your
So
birthday's coming up.
yeah, September's my birthday month. Sure is.
Mm-hmm.
And thank goodness it won't be hot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the weather, and I can get out because I wasn't standing about coming out of my house in this hot weather we've been having. Okay.
Yeah.
uh, Luther says everything that's wrong. That's what the people do, and he says happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath to you too tomorrow, Luther. And thank you for joining us,
Thank you,
taking
Luther.
time out. And you know what, Luther, I've been saying I was gonna call you, and every time I send you messages in your messenger, but you don't ever reply back to me. And I be saying, okay, well, I know he busy, but one of these days I'm actually pick up this phone and call you on my phone and leave
Mhm.
you a message so you can call me back, okay? All right. So I'm not gonna say my epilogue tonight, my closing log. I'm just gonna say, look, everybody have a safe weekend out there. Don't do anything that Jesus wouldn't do, and that's the best I could tell you.
Well,
Okay.
that sums it up pretty good.
All right then. Listen,
Uh,
we love y'all. That's our show, and we'll see y'all next Friday night.